Hi, Amanda.
Hello.
Hello. Tell me one thing that you're good at.
Now, see, I've been struggling with this already because I knew this was the premise, and it's like, okay, what am I good at? What do I actually do?
Mm-hmm.
Um, the thing I like doing, I like knitting. I'm not particularly good at it. I'm quite good. I've learned.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a thing that I can do,
Mm-hmm.
but I wouldn't say expert level or really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I do my job and I'm okay at my job. I'm actually quite good at my job, so that's one thing I'm good at. But it's been a very steep learning curve. So
Mm-hmm.
again, I've got lots and lots to learn and no way near expert level good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a mum. They're great. My kids are good. I've managed to get them through to the teenage years. One of them's beyond 18, so and still alive, so that's good.
Yeah.
Um, but again, loads to learn. So it's really hard to pick a thing that you're really good at.
Yeah.
So I just kind of thought I'm good at trying.
Yeah.
So that's where I kind of ended up. I try and be a good mum. I try and be good at work. I try and be a good girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Not always successfully as I'd like to be, but I try.
Okay.
I'm good at trying.
And when you're good at trying, what kind of trying is that trying?
What kind of trying? Trying to get it right, trying to make sure everybody's happy, I think is the so yeah, trying to make sure everybody knows I'm trying. No, that's not it. It's trying to make sure everybody's happy with wherever we are.
Okay. And when everybody's happy with where we are and you're trying to get it right, what kind of right is that right?
I guess that everybody's safe and everybody feels looked after and everybody feels that I care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you care, and everyone's
Mm.
safe, and everyone's looked after,
Mm-hmm.
and you make sure everyone is happy.
Yeah.
And what kind of everyone, or who is that everyone?
Um, Everyone, so my immediate family, so my boyfriend, my kids,
Mm-hmm.
um, my friends. I'm less good at that. I'm, yeah, um, and the people that my team, the people that work for me,
Mm-hmm.
my boss, the people I work for,
Mm-hmm.
um, people I interact with. I guess. I mean, I want the lady at the post office to be happy that she's had a nice interaction with me. It's kind of, it
Yeah.
really is everybody.
Yeah. Okay. So if you think back to a time recently where that's just been at its best,
Mm-hmm.
and people have felt safe and happy, and you've got it right.
Yeah.
Um, how do you know you've got it right?
I guess people do tell you.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get, I don't know, a card for your birthday from your kids saying you're the best mum ever, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
They may not mean it. They mean it that at the time they wrote it, they mean it.
Yeah.
So I must have got something right there. When I don't know, when somebody in my team tells me I've done a good job, that they feel looked after,
Mm-hmm.
um, that they say, obviously this year's been tough,
Mm-hmm.
and the environment we've worked in has been tough. But for my team to say, one of my team said, "I feel like you've held us," and I thought
Mm-hmm.
that made me feel like I'd really accomplished something. If I'd done nothing else this year, they felt safe and looked after.
You have held us.
Mm. I thought it was a lovely thing to say. It really touched me.
And when they said you have held us, and it was a lovely thing, and it really touched you. What kind of touched was that touched?
It made me. Mm, I was really just deeply, deeply pleased and thrilled, really, that I'd made a difference. That I was the
Mm-hmm.
person that was able to look after them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
deeply pleased and thrilled, and the person that was able to look after them.
Yeah.
And you held us.
Mm.
And that deeply pleased and held us, where is that feeling?
Where is that feeling? Physically? Yeah, it makes you feel warm, kind of makes you feel, yeah. It's a warm, it's that pleasurable feeling that you've done the right thing, that you've done it right.
Yeah. And a warm, pleasurable feeling that you've done it right. And can't see it as easily, but from here.
Yeah, it's here, isn't it? It's
there.
that warm, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And how big is that warm, pleasurable feeling?
Quite big until the next disaster happens, I guess.
Well, we'll let the disaster be there for a moment and just allow yourself to focus on that.
Yeah.
feeling.
No, it's big. It's big.
It's big.
Yeah.
Is it bigger than you? Is it big as in
how yeah, it's bigger than me. It encompasses everything.
Yeah. It encompasses everything. Is that everything all the way out through the room, through the roof, through everything? Does it have any limits?
Yeah, because the impact that me feeling like that has impacts on everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's big. It affects my life and affects the lives of the people around me. So it's big.
Mm-hmm. And when it affects the lives of the people around you and impacts upon them, is everybody happy or safe? Or
probably not. I mean, hopefully they're safe, as safe as I can make them.
mm-hmm.
Are they all happy? No, they're going to be unhappy about other things.
Mm-hmm.
But in that moment, at that particular time, in that particular circumstance, yeah, they're okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And Amanda, you said at the start it was you were good at trying.
Mm.
And when you create that big, warm, pleasurable feeling that spreads out within the room, and people are safe, maybe happy, maybe not happy, but safe as enough as they can be. Are you trying at that point, or are you creating something?
Trying or creating something. Always trying, but creating a feeling of safety, of trust.
Mm-hmm. Creating a feeling of safety and trust. And are you good at creating that feeling? That's not necessarily it, man. You do it all the time. It's always perfect.
Yeah, getting better.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Learning what people need to feel that way and changing my approach
mm-hmm.
depending on their need.
Yeah. Okay. So I love the word "so." I use it a lot. And when you're learning and getting better, where is big, warm, pleasurable feeling in that learning and getting better?
Hovers just out of reach until you do it, and then it comes back.
Okay, so when it's just out of reach, it's hovering.
It's
just
what
out
can I
of
do?
reach.
What can I do? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a question. What can I do attached to this thing that's just over here? Are you always aware of it?
Yes, probably. Am I always aware of it? No, because I get frustrated and irritated and annoyed just like everybody else. But when I am focused on, oh, this is tough, John.
Good question.
Is it meant to be this hard?
Yeah, sometimes.
When it's always there, hovering out of reach. Yeah. Until I've nailed it, and then you get the feel, the happy feeling, the warm, pleasurable, I nailed it feeling.
Yeah, the I nailed it feeling.
The I nailed it feeling. That's what we'll call it.
Okay. The I nailed it feeling. And where is it now?
Yeah, it's just kind of here. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good today. I'm having a good day.
Yeah.
I've made you happy. I remembered what day we were meeting. I turned up. I found Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on that basis, you know, it's a good day and it's fairly close.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. And when you're focused and it's fairly close, what kind of focused is that focus?
I mean, personally, when I'm very focused, I am very focused, and I find I struggle to think about anything or do anything else. So if that is my absolute priority focus for this day, is to make this happen, then it's a very sharp focus, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just me. I'm quite irritating like that, I think.
Okay.
If I need to focus my attention on something, I struggle to distract myself from that, even if other stuff needs doing.
Mm-hmm. And is that sharp focus the same focus that's needed to be able to bring I've nailed it feeling closer to you? As you're trying to create safety for other people and make them happy and
it's quite hard work.
Yeah.
It takes some thought. Yeah.
Okay. So it's you can use that sharp focus to move that feeling closer to you.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you're irritable and that focus isn't there and the feeling isn't sort of around, what is the difference between that irritability and that sharp focus that brings it closer to you?
If I'm irritable, it's because I'm not able to do what I need to for whatever reason. So I'm not able to focus on a person who needs me, or focus on a situation that has to be resolved for everybody to feel okay.
Okay.
So if I'm distracted from that purpose, then that's when I get irritable.
Okay. So the distraction from the purpose that you have to make people feel safe and feel happy, that pulls you away from your sharp focus. What kind of distraction is that?
There's work and home, and and the time in between. I guess at home it's other things that need doing, hoovering, just noticing that there's stuff that needs to be done.
Yeah.
I really need to sort the garden out and I haven't got time to do it. I don't want to do it because it's boring and awful. And I'm having to think about that when I'd rather be thinking about other things.
Yeah. Okay. So at home, it's every day.
Yeah, all those little narky, boring, irritating, loading the dishwasher, dog hair, those things.
So they're irritating, they distract you from this sharp focus around what it is that you wish to achieve if it's at home with your family. And what kind of irritating things are there when you're at work then that distract you from this sharp focus? If you're willing to say what they make.
It's been a really long year. Again, it's nitpicky things, isn't it? It's the little irritating things you have to do to get on with your day. 4 million emails that I've been CC'd in that I have to read but aren't really for me. Stop CCing everybody. Don't reply all. It's fine. Do I need to know this? No.
Yeah. Okay.
Those sorts of things.
Yeah. Okay, so all those little things there get in the way of your sharp focus around what it is that you want to do and to bring that I nailed it feeling closer towards you. Okay, so if you could allow yourself to think back to the most recent time where you've had the I nailed it feeling, where that sharp focus has been there and the feeling has come all the way in here. You don't need to tell me what it is, but if you can focus on it. Is there anything else about that I nailed it feeling that was there that time when it was inside?
Sense of personal achievement, isn't there? I guess it's that sense that I can do this. I am capable and useful, and I can do it. And that sense that you've made a difference.
Yeah.
Be it however big or small, but just for whatever that thing is, it's made a difference.
And that difference, if I've understood it right, is for others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I sound really nice, but I'm not that nice. No, but obviously there's personal achievement in there as well. You know, so if I I'm doing a master's at the moment, if I pass a module, huge sense of personal achievement, and the nailed it feeling.
Yeah.
So there's those things come into it as well.
Okay. So the I nailed it feeling and the sharp focus can be there when you're creating a safe place for other people, where they possibly feel happy, but certainly feel safe.
As happy as possible in the circumstances.
Yeah. With all our caveats we add to these things. And it can also be there when you're finishing a module on your master's and you've passed it or whatever, it's finished. So is there a difference between the I nailed it feeling when you've completed your module with a master's or when you have created a safe place for people where they can be held?
The second one lasts longer, stays with me longer. That sense of that pleasure stays longer. It's more important.
Okay. So
it feels more important to me.
It feels more important when there are other people involved and when you create this safe place and happiness than it does when you have you passed your qualification.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I forgot to say I take notes, by the way, because I can't remember everything anymore. That's what I'm doing at the moment.
That's fine.
Okay. So the I nailed it has the personal achievement in it, and it lasts longer when somebody else feels safe and happy. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, when I've achieved something for or with someone else. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that I've nailed it is worth more.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you had to choose between the two, kind of thing.
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay. And you have the thought, I can do, I'm capable, I'm useful, I've made a difference.
Yeah.
Okay. And when we started talking together, you said that you were good at trying. And that trying was to create a safe place for people where they could be happy, hopefully, as much as they can be, with all the extra things you added to it. And it's a warm feeling that spreads out through the whole room, this I nailed it feeling. So when it's not just you, it expands around and other people have the benefit of it. And with all that, is there anything else about that I've nailed it feeling?
I don't know. In what sense?
in any sense, just as whether or not there's something that you think about it or feel about it that you've not mentioned. There's no kind of right or wrong to this. It's purely
yeah, I can't think of anything. If it comes to me, I'll let you know.
That's all right then. Okay. So you're good at trying. And in that trying, there is kind of a way of knowing that you have succeeded with your safe place for other people, and that's the I nailed it feeling.
Yeah.
Is that a good place for us to wrap up? Not wrap up, but if you use the same metaphor, knock the nail on the head. That's a Danish expression that you don't really use. I can't remember using in England. That's a problem with living abroad and learning another language. You get mixed metaphors.
All your metaphors are all confused.
Absolutely. But with that feeling of I nailed it, which I believe is exactly what you said. Yeah, the I nailed it feeling. Would that be a good place for us to stop?